Good morning. We can do better than that. Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go. There we go. Welcome to Damon College. For some of you, for the first time. For many of you, for your second, third, or maybe even fourth time, we welcome you back to Damon College. I'm Frank Williams, the Vice President of Enrollment Management here at Damon College. This is a great day for us, and we're glad that you're here to share it with us. We're not going to be very long this morning, but we want to make sure that you hear all the things that you have offered to you at Damon College. What we're going to do first is start with the video. We're going to start with the video. After the video, you will hear from our president, Dr. Gary Olsen, and after that, we'll have our speaker, Emily Buzzard, and we'll again go on with the day for Scholars Day and your interviews. But right now, we're going to start the video. We're going to have the lights go down.
The graduates of Damon College hold leadership positions in nearly every state in the nation and around the world. They're attorneys and judges, nurses and surgeons, teachers and professors. Our alumni are active, enthusiastic, and generous supporters of the college. And this support from our alumni helps make Damon the first-rate college that it is today.
To continue my program here at Damon and then graduate with my doctorate of physical therapy, and then who knows.
Really excited, looking forward to graduating and joining the workforce as a PA.
My future plans are to join AmeriCorps and move to Columbia, South Carolina to work for St. Bernard Project and build houses for victims of natural disasters.
Actually came here and stepped on campus, I looked around and I was like, it feels like home, like this is where I should be.
Damon specifically makes you feel like they are there to help you, but you also realize they push you to be the best you can be at all times.
You've earned a high distinction. You're part of an educated elite. And while you have demonstrated mastery of your academics, perhaps the most important ability you have acquired is a habit of mind, the ability to think critically and analytically about the world. This is the ability that will help you make wise choices for the rest of your life.
Thank you. Now, with no further ado, I want to introduce our president, Dr. Gary Olsen. Dr. Gary Olsen actually is no stranger to higher education. Dr. Olsen has a noted scholar of rhetoric, writing, and culture. Before assuming the presidency here at Damon College, Dr. Olsen served as provost and vice president for academic affairs at Idaho State University, dean of College of Arts and Sciences at Illinois State University, and chief academic officer at the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg. Dr. Olsen.
Good morning, everyone. Now, I heard the good morning when Frank Williams said good morning to you, but now you're all Wildcats, so you have to have a Wildcat good morning. So let's try that again. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, there you go. Glad to see you here today. You know, I started as president of Damon 6 years ago today at this very event. Scholars Day. Of course, there was a blizzard at the time, but we won't talk about that right now. And having been in higher education for 40 years at a number of universities and colleges across the country, big and medium and small size, I have to say Scholars Day is a very, very special and unique kind of event. Even at institutions you might think are more prestigious, I've not seen an event so well, rigorous and really personal as Scholars Day. Really what we have here with the students that are vying for these top scholarships are the best of the best. You're the best of this class. So the very fact that you're here already says something about your accomplishments, about your abilities, about the likelihood that you're going to have a very successful career not only in college but in the years to come afterwards. And so I congratulate you all, first of all, for getting this far. You should be very proud of yourself, and in fact, your parents should be very proud of you too. Now, over the years, including and especially at commencement, when you're there 4 or 5 years from now, you'll hear me say this. I'm going to do it again because I never tire of doing it. While you are very accomplished, and that's why you're sitting here today, you didn't get here by yourself. So I would like all the parents of the students that are here today to stand for a minute, and I want you to help me thank them for all they've done to help you be a success. So parents, all right. Good job. Good job. So anyway, my job is really just to say welcome. I understand from Frank Williams that we have students here from Virginia, from Texas, from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and many other states. My home state of Connecticut, New Hampshire. So, you know, Damon College really is becoming more and more, as we call it, a college of national distinction. Every year we're winning more and more awards and recognitions nationally as a college of quality. The high demand, we have many, many high demand programs that when I first got here 6 years ago, I was astonished to see how much demand there was to get into some of these courses, some of these programs. And that really tells you a lot about quality. But the thing that you've probably heard me in the past talk about, I'll just briefly mention one last time. The thing that I find most unique about Damon, and I've never found at another place, is that there really is quite a family sort of atmosphere here. There's a real sense that people want you to succeed, and they're going to do everything they can to succeed, both your peers, your classmates, your professors, the staff, everybody. You're not just a number. You're not just somebody that comes in, pays tuition, and we hope gets through. Everybody here is going to get through, and we're going to make sure that you're part of a family now forevermore. So welcome to the family. I hope you have a good event here. And I'm asked to tell you, don't be nervous. Everybody gets nervous. As I said, even though there are 10 of these big awards, even if you end up not being one of the 10, the fact that you're in this room already says something, and it says you're going to be a great success. And by the way, for the 10, I personally will be making a call, so keep your phone nearby. If you hear a strange person say, "May I speak with Joe Smith, please?" It's probably me. Good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you, Dr. Olsen. Next, we'll have Emily Buzzard. She's a senior social work major to be our keynote speaker for Scholars Day, and she has an amazing story, so sit back and just put your listening ears on. Emily.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emily Buzzard, and I'm a senior in the social work program with a minor in psychology. As I sat down to write this speech, I took some time to reflect on my years here at Damon and the path that led me to where I am today. During this reflection, there are lots of laughs, tears, and feelings of pride and accomplishment. 4 years ago today, I was getting ready for the most nerve-wracking days of my life. I remember pulling into Damon that morning, feeling nervous from head to toe, and little did I know, at that moment, I was getting ready for the journey of a lifetime. Since 2014, I've been quite the busy bee. I am a member of the Social Work Alliance and held office as Vice President. I'm currently the past president of the Honors Program. I'm a resident assistant in Canavan Hall, and I'm a member of 2 collegiate honor societies, Phi Alpha and Psi Chi. In my first year, I was inducted into the Damon College Honors Program. At first, I was a bit worried it'd be too much work on my plate, but I was gladly mistaken. By being in the Honors Program, I was given the opportunity to travel to Chicago and Seattle for 4 days and attend the National Collegiate Honors Conference in 2015 and 2016. Believe it or not, it was my first time on a plane. At these conferences, we were able to learn about how other colleges across the country ran their programs and found ways to better our program here at Damon. Through these conferences, I was able to work with Honors Program Director Dr. Matthew Ward and Vice President of Student Affairs Dr. Greg Nair on relocating the Dr. Peter A. Sedlecki Honors Lounge. Thanks to the hard work and support from Damon, we now have an honors house that serves as both a lounge and a residential space for our members. Within this space, we are able to study, plan for annual events, print for free, and have a space to call our own. Some of the events that the Honors Program holds include Bald for Bucks, Culture Night, Battle of the Brains, holiday parties, and each year we participate in making strides against breast cancer. Being a member of the Honors Program has given me endless opportunities. I've been able to travel, build closer relationships with faculty members, dive deeper into class topics that interest me, apply for scholarships, and improve my leadership skills. I encourage all of you to consider this program and stop by the honors panel today and hear about all the wonderful benefits there are to being an honors student. One semester, I took a women's history class. I had a requirement that I needed to fulfill, and this one fit the bill. However, this class became more than just fulfilling a requirement. I went on a trip with my professor, Dr. Messenger, and some other students to Seneca Falls. We toured the town, went to the Women's Rights National Historic Park, and were able to see firsthand the groundwork that the women before us had laid so that we can have the rights that we have today. However, the fight for equality still continues. This trip inspired me to stand up for these inequalities and remember that all men and women are created equal and in turn should be treated as such. I was given the amazing opportunity to travel to the Dominican Republic for a 2-week service trip. I had the pleasure of traveling with 15 fellow students and one of my social work professors, Dr. Diane Bessel. During the first week, my friend and I stayed with Herr Trudy's, our wonderful host mother. When it was time for our first meal, we were both a bit nervous as to what would be placed in front of us. But to our surprise, we looked down and found a full plate of spaghetti. We both looked at our host mom, chuckling, and she just looked at us and said she wanted to make us feel comfortable and ease us into her culture. Herr Trudy's opened up her home to us and shared with us her culture, language, and the beauty of her country. I remember in the mornings, we'd wake up and there'd be a hot plate of breakfast on the table and an episode of Jorge el Curioso, or Curious George, playing because that was the only show that our Spanish skills could keep up with. Later, we traveled out of Santo Domingo and over to the small town of Lecheria. The people of Lecheria welcomed us with open arms and showed us their homes. As I walked through the town, I was in shock. It's one of those things that truly doesn't sink in until you see it. The houses were made of scrap metal and barely patched to keep the walls together. Large families were living in houses the size of a bathroom. The floors were dirt and the blankets were doors or they're non-existent doors. I felt guilty just knowing that I had a house to go home to and a water bottle of clean drinking water in my hand. Due to these poor conditions, my peers and I alternated between holding educational groups and helping build bleachers for the community's basketball court. The group that I was a part of focused on teaching the teenagers in the village about money management skills and hopes for a brighter future. We also had the opportunity to talk with them one-on-one and learn about their personal stories and struggles. One fond memory that I have was our soccer tournament. Americans versus Dominicans. We soon found out that we'd regret that decision very quickly. I had 6-year-olds running circles around me. But it just goes to show we all have something to learn from others around us. During my studies, my classmates and I conducted research for Access of Western New York, a nonprofit organization that supports members of the Arab American community and people of other nationalities living in America. My group focused on examining the experiences of first and second generation Muslim immigrants in Lackawanna, New York, as it relates to their identity, their use of resources, and the supports needed to foster their integration into society and quality of life. It was exciting to conduct live research for an organization and know that our efforts are going to help others in the community. After we collected our data, we presented our preliminary findings at Damon's Academic Festival. We provided recommendations to improve programming, services, and supports based on the needs of each generation. Some of these recommendations included implementing Muslim-specific interventions for first-generation individuals and providing resources or workshops that help individuals learn how to balance multiple cultures. Now, in my senior year, I'm gaining experience in the field and applying what I have learned in the classroom to real-life situations. I've had the honor of being selected to complete my fieldwork at the Erie County District Attorney's Office in the Victim Witness Bureau. When my supervisor saw that I was from Damon, he told me that he already knew I was going to do a phenomenal job. Hearing this on your first day makes you feel really good. I felt like I was one step ahead of the game. In my placement, I accompany victims to county, city, and criminal court and provide support, information, and guidance. I also help explain the court process, act as a liaison between crime victims and the Office of Victim Services, and assist in the compilation, distribution, and submission of victim impact statements. I have also had the opportunity of working within multiple bureaus, including vehicular crimes, domestic violence, and special victims, where I've been able to sit in on forensic interviews at the Child Advocacy Center and work alongside Child Protective Services, Buffalo Police investigators, and attorneys. Within the process of providing these services, I am able to practice and demonstrate my knowledge of the generous intervention model and other models that I have learned in class. Damon gave me a strong foundation of knowledge and skills that prepared me for working out in the field. Everything that I learned was truly put to the test when my supervisor had entrusted me to take on his workload while he was away on vacation. This, to say the least, was a major turning point in my fieldwork because it showed the amount of trust and confidence that my supervisor had in me and in my skills as a social worker. Working on these cases had brought me closer to the attorneys, advocates, and court officers, and has made me feel like I'm a respected and valuable member of the district attorney's office. This experience has furthered my drive to pursue my master's degree in social work this upcoming fall at Damon and enter into the advanced standing graduate program. After graduate school, I plan to obtain my license and hope to fulfill my dream of becoming a child trauma or mental health therapist in Western New York. One last thing I'd like to share with you goes back to my first moments here at Damon College. When I came to visit this campus and saw all the opportunities that were possible here, I decided to make a Damon College achievement list. The list that I created was a way to keep me motivated and accountable for my success throughout my time here. Some of the achievements I'm most proud of include being named one of Damon's top 10 freshmen, making the dean's list, becoming a resident assistant, traveling abroad, and appearing on a Damon billboard and postcard. When I was 18 and in your shoes, I turned to my parents in this gym as Abriana Adler gave her speech, and I said to them that that was going to be me speaking up there in 4 years. As I look over at my parents now sitting in the crowd, I can tell all my hard work has paid off. Words cannot express how honored and grateful I am to be standing here today. Reaching the achievements on my list has proved to me that Damon makes things happen. No goal, no dream is too far out of reach. I encourage all of you to think about the things you would like to accomplish while you are here. Whether it be academic, social, global, or personal, make a list and hold yourself accountable. There are endless amounts of opportunities at your feet. All you have to do is pick them up. The faculty and staff here are like family. They will be there to push you, guide you, and support you as you grow into your professional self. So please, go into your interview with confidence and pride. Do not be afraid to show the interviewers who you are. They want to hear about your ambitions, your accomplishments, and what makes you you. I wish you all the best of luck today and hope to see all of you on campus. I know you'll do great things and make Damon, your families, and most importantly yourselves, proud. Your time at Damon starts now. Enjoy every single second of it. I know I did. Thank you.
At this moment, I'm very glad I don't have a speech to go behind that. Great job. I just want to do a few things really quickly. She mentioned some people in her speech, and I'm going to just have the social work department, as they're about to leave and go out, I think just kind of raise your hand. You know, they're here to support her. So our faculty are very supportive of that. So we'll give them a hand as well. And they'll be going to interview some of you soon. And I just want to acknowledge a couple of our vice presidents that came out this morning also. We have Dr. Greg Nair, who's our Vice President of Student Affairs. And our Vice President, Craig Harris, who's our Vice President for Institutional Advancement.